What's up, everybody? Good morning. It is 9:45 on Wednesday, and man, it has been cold outside, and we've been out salting and plowing like almost every single day for the last week. So today we're going to be headed to the shop. JT's meeting me up there, Jason's meeting me up there. The old green truck blew a brake line off the other night, and man, right at the beginning of the night too, JT had to crawl underneath there, twist that sucker off with the pair of channel locks, and crimp that rear line off. So Jason ended up driving for like 6 more hours with just front brakes and put down about freaking 10 to 12 hoppers full of salt on these different parking lots, melting this stuff. So alrighty, just got to the shop. Old Ken's already here, Jason's here. I forgot this truck's got a horrible exhaust leak too, so I'm gonna go and try to get some gaskets for my dad, try to slap them on this thing because it's getting really bad. Ken is gonna pull my black truck in right here and just clean the inside of it.
Okay.
But we can start spraying that thing off out there.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna go, Jason, I might need you to run up to my dad's real quick.
Okay.
And grab some gaskets. Man, it's too cold for that, dude. So they
I
have
was moving shit around yesterday, and I started looking outside and looking at this, and then I looked at the fuel gauge, and I said,
all right, this truck is the worst I've ever seen for freaking exhaust leaks. I've put gaskets on this truck, oh, I couldn't even tell you how many times. I bet I've had to put intake or exhaust manifold gaskets on this thing 10 times. So my dad just stopped by, and these are just a set of header gaskets, like a good set of, you know, like metal ones. So the regular manifold gaskets are, I think it's like this one right here, and it's got its own separate hook, and then it's this middle one combined, and then just this one. I think that's how it is. But anyways, these things last the longest, so I'm gonna have to pull this manifold off. And I forgot to call you. My dad ended up stopping by with the gaskets.
Okay, good, because he wasn't there.
Yeah, he came down here. And I was like, did you see Jason? And he's like, no. And then I meant to call you.
Okay, no, you're welcome.
So anyways, I'm gonna try to get this exhaust leak fixed while JT's working on the brakes. Look at JT over here getting the toolbox situated. Yeah, you're gonna need like 3 more toolboxes.
right. It'll just be more spread out then.
I told you, so that one over there, the Craftsman one, is really old and crappy. The drawers really suck, but there is another one over there we can set right next to this and put more shit in it.
Right. Yeah, we'll get it on.
Yep. Good luck getting all that to fit in there. I got another toolbox at my house we're gonna bring up and put up here. We got to get some tools situated. We've got stuff scattered everywhere. And we have tools in the white trailer. We got a toolbox in there. So anytime this thing is near us, we're good to go. And we can just work out of that. But we got to have a designated spot for all of our tools. We've just got them scattered everywhere. We got tools in there, tools here, tools over there. JT got her all cleaned up, sprayed her off. We didn't get too crazy with cleaning it because we literally are going to be putting salt back in this thing tomorrow morning and hitting it again. Jason, if you want, you can grab the grease gun and go ahead and hit everything.
Yeah.
That gasket right there is completely gone. That rear gasket is missing. So I'm gonna start with this side right here. I'm gonna spray these bolts. So these things are notorious. This is the 8.1 for these freaking exhaust manifold bolts breaking off in the head. So about 2 winters ago, I took the manifolds completely off all the way, and I got all the broken bolts out of the heads, bought all new bolts, which it doesn't look like I put the best bolts. I know they were grade 8 bolts, but I'm not gonna lie, I haven't washed underneath the hood of this thing as much as I should after these winters. So anyways, I'm gonna spray these suckers down, and I'm gonna start with replacing this gasket right here. Hopefully it comes off. See what happens. This is some stuff my brother gave me. And man, I'll tell you what, this aero coil stuff, this stuff works really good for spraying on stuck rusty bolts and stuff. Let it sit for a little bit and it works pretty good. All right, we're waiting for this truck to drip dry. It's kind of wet and nasty underneath there, so I was just going to show you guys around my office real quick. I collect these old trucks. I like the old mixers, a bunch of little Tonka stuff, a few different things. You know, Nicole got me this old picture just to hang up on the wall. It's pretty cool. You guys seen these? My buddy Mike got me these. Brought them up to the shop for me a while back, but here's a few more dump trucks. I've got a bunch of dump trucks at my house. This one's in the box new. That side's a little rusty from the other side of that box is open. A bunch of little ones. Jason got me this one right here. But yep, I'll have to show you guys. Actually, I got another cabinet up here that's got a bunch of antique stuff in it. Let me turn this light on right here. So yeah, you guys probably see this cabinet whenever I walk in every day. And it's just old stuff, you know. Nicole and I collect some of this stuff. This is a cool old lighter. It's just something that we found at an antique store. Oh. Old tape measures, razors, string lines, chalk boxes, old date nails, and those are some bottles that we found on job sites. And then those patches right there are from a customer. So he was an awesome dude, and he asked us what the deal was on Friday when we all had our red on. We told him how Jason started the Red Friday tradition and what it stood for. And he was like, man, he was a machine gunner in the 1st Infantry, the Bloody One, I think they called it. But those were his patches and one of his pins that he gave to us. And but yeah, he was a machine gunner on a helicopter. So that was awesome. And then actually this stuff down here, this little designing data for reinforced concrete booklet, and the paper behind it was from another military customer that actually had a Purple Heart, and he gave us that stuff and his tools, which are back there in that toolbox. But there's another mixer. I've got a bunch of those mixers at home. I'll have to show you guys. And we got the little Michelin guy back there. But yeah, we like to collect all that kind of little stuff. Just like this deal, just whatever. Random cool stuff. All right, so I just got in here with the file and got this manifold cleaned off, looking pretty good. The head looks nice and clean. So I'm gonna stick these header gaskets on this bad boy and fire it up and see how she sounds. If I have time, then I'll replace the driver's side too, but if it's quiet whenever I start it, then I'm probably not gonna mess with that side. But usually once I do one side, the other side goes a lot quicker. Or it could just take like 10 times longer, you never know. This side came out easy. These bolts really aren't too bad. I'm honestly probably just gonna reuse them. They all look pretty good. So I'm just gonna stick them back in there. I dropped a bolt and I didn't hear it hit the ground. Don't see it. I don't really want to crawl underneath this thing all dripping wet. I guess I'll see if I got another one over here in these little bins. Oh, let's see what we got here. Ooh, what do we got here? Just need a washer. Voila. I'm gonna fire this turd up and see if it quieted it up any. This side still looks pretty rough, but looks like he's rolling with just that side today.
Right.
Did you hear it leaking any still?
No.
Yeah, this side over here, I can still see the gasket all the way around. That little tool's pretty handy, isn't it?
I do like this one here.
All right, so JT is using the old brake line for a kind of a template. That way, whenever we put this sucker back up in there, I already did this on the whole front of this truck. Ran all new lines on the whole thing. That couldn't have fell in a better spot. You ever think about how much easier your life would be if you wouldn't have ever told me you worked on stuff?
Yep. You kind of just found it out.
Yeah, I can just look at you and tell.
Yeah. You're like, oh yeah.
I thought you already had it on there. No? Oh.
Because I was fighting, I wanted to keep it loose so I could wiggle it around and get it there, but no.
That's what she said. All right, so we thought that we were almost done, but the old green truck threw us for another loop. This bleeder valve snapped off in this caliper, so we're gonna have to run over to the hardware store real quick, the parts store, and grab us a new. Yeah, see, I know we just put brakes on it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that that caliper right there is brand new.
Pads are good.
Yeah.
Caliper's probably just without paint, so it gets
Yeah. So I guess let's get this one pulled off and then run over to freaking O'Reilly's and pick that one up, get her swapped out. All right, back with the new caliper, new bracket, and I got to take this bracket back. I guess all the calipers come with new brackets now, so to get the core, he didn't charge me for it, but I'm gonna run that back over there to him. All right, 24 hours later, we're dumping some brake fluid in her. We're gonna breathe these rear brakes out and should be heading home. Nicole said she made some kind of stew. It's like shepherd stew or something like that. You ever heard of it?
Mm-mm.
Neither have I. I don't remember. I don't know. But dude, she's been making some good meals lately, dude.
Did you call it like sailors or something like that?
What?
Or pirates or?
Pirates.
I don't think it was shepherds.
We ready to bleed them?
Yeah, we're gonna do some pumping.
All right, everybody. I didn't know JT didn't know how to do brake lines, or else.
I didn't know you didn't have the right flaring tool.
Yeah, so the flare tool that I had just apparently isn't working.
It's missing a piece.
We're gonna go with that. So tomorrow morning, I'm actually gonna go there right now to O'Reilly's and get the flare tool, and then we'll be back here in the morning to go take care of some stuff. So we'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Good morning, everybody. It is Thursday morning, 8 o'clock. We didn't end up getting this truck finished up yesterday. We got a lot of stuff done on it, but I ended up having to go get a new flare tool. I had a flare tool that I used on the brake lines on the front, and it worked. They're working, but it wasn't this little double flare deal. So we just couldn't get this brake line to seat and stop leaking. I'm gonna try to cut this end off and reflare it and just use that line. If not, I'm gonna have to go get a new piece of brake line. But we're gonna get this bad boy going. Everything else is done. I might still change the oil in it today, and but we got a new caliper on it yesterday. So we got the caliper on. We got the rest of the new brake line on. I'm tempted to just go buy a freaking roll of brake line and just put a whole entire brake line on it, but JT already made this out of 2 pieces, and it's got a compression fitting in the center, which will be fine, but I'm gonna have to redo this. So I'm gonna get started on that, and then today we're gonna hook up to the dump trailer. We're gonna go dump it, and then I'm gonna go to this house and get some stuff out of the driveway that we ripped out, some bushes and stuff, and we got some rocks sitting on this driveway. So we're gonna get that stuff cleaned up so they have the rest of their driveway to move around until we get back over there and start working. So still no concrete yet. It's gonna be pretty cold for the next few well, the next couple weeks still. It looks like next week we might get a break. We might be able to pour this driveway that we got tore out, but I don't know if we're gonna get to or not. All right, we finally got the freaking flare tool to work. What, like 6 tries?
Yeah, a couple different flare tools.
A couple concrete guys just trying to do brake line stuff. Yeah. So put your seatbelt on, Jason.
We're professionals.
So anyways, we got that thing working good. The little double flare tool worked out nice. So JT got her back on. We're gonna go ahead and bleed these brakes out, and then we're gonna go get some work done today finally. Alrighty, me and JT are en route to the dump. We're gonna go take this trailer finally after weeks of sitting outside.
It's been 2 months, I think.
Yeah, it has been like 2 months. That's the longest that I've went without using this trailer.
I know.
So we're gonna go get this bad boy dumped, and then go pick up some blocks to take over to this customer's house, just to show them what they look like before we spend freaking $15,000 on blocks and then they don't like them. But we've already went through all the brochures and everything and all the pictures of our jobs. But anyways, we're gonna head to the dump. We'll see you guys there in just a minute. Why is it not coming out?
It's frozen to the bottom, but it's all sliding.
That sucker was frozen in there. I didn't even think about that. Didn't even cross my mind that that shit would all be frozen in there. I guess I should have thought about that. Alrighty, me and JT just got here to this job up off Manchester Road, and I mean, everything's still covered up. You know, it doesn't look too bad. Definitely frozen. Everything is frozen for sure. Hey, what's up? How you doing? We're gonna get this crap out of your driveway for you.
Okay, cool.
And then I brought a few different blocks. I brought a set of pecan blocks, and then I also brought oak stone and pewter. So there's 3 different kinds that I brought, just so you guys can get, you know, a look at the color. I didn't bring a whole ton of them,
So that's fine.
but you know, you can kind of look at those The pecan is going to be the 3-piece set.
Okay.
And then I just grabbed some random blocks from them for the other ones.
That'll be walls and fire pit.
And columns.
And columns.
Correct. Yep.
Got it.
Big crank. That's what she said. Sits for 2 months, gets a pounding for a first.
Right. Oh, she knew what to expect.
She's like, oh, I sat way too long. I'm about to get a rough one today.
All right, let's roll. Well, that was a success. I guess we're gonna head on back to the shop now. It's 1:30, up to 40 degrees today, so it's really not too bad out right now compared to being below 0 for a week. But JT and I are gonna head on back to the shop, and I guess we'll see you guys whenever we get there. I don't know what the heck we're gonna do for the rest of the day now. I'm about over this day, so we'll figure it out, and we'll see you guys at the shop in a minute. Back at the shop. All right, now do we feel like unloading everything, or I don't know if we do feel like doing that.
Probably not.
I mean, it's 2:20.
Or you want to? I guess we do need to take that plow up there.
Yeah, we'll take it. I mean, I think what we should do is probably, I don't think that my trailer will fit in there right now. Well, I guess that's it for this one, everybody. We was gonna move a bunch of stuff around and everything, but if we put that trailer back inside, then tonight when we go out to salt, we're gonna have to pull the dump truck and the trailer out to get this green truck out. So we're just gonna park that sucker back outside, lock it up, and might see you guys later, do some salting. I'm not sure if I'm gonna come and do it or not. I think JT and Jason are gonna handle it. It's not gonna be much, probably 1 round, 2 if we're lucky. So that'll be it on this one. So hopefully we'll have some concrete coming soon, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks.
All right.